So before the Big Bang, we, all of us, and all of reality, you and me and everyone in the chat right now and everyone in the world and all of the world and all of the still vegetative and animate, all of the billions and billions of planets that exist, this whole universe was one thing. Now, again, this is something that even if you go to the origins of the universe, the Big Bang, you go to the physicists' explanation, they'll tell you that all this universe started from one point that was a tiny little point that then expanded and exploded. They call it the inflationary expansion. That's essentially the explosion that happened in the Big Bang, from which the universe began to expand. But even before that point is already a material physical explosion. Before that material explosion even happens, there is a non material, spiritual entity, an essence of all of reality, all of creation that is all one. And in that state, when there is oneness, there is no time and space. I think I saw earlier someone on the chat said, where was it? Isn't experience itself a function of time? Um, Time is a function of separation. So back to that state before the Big Bang, reality is this one singularity. Kabbalists call this state one, unique, and unified. That's the definition, and it's not a poetic definition, it's a very technical definition. It means that the quality that is felt, that exists, that is dominant in that state is the quality, is one quality, a single quality. It's the quality of pure, unconditional bestowal that is beyond self-interest, so it's something we can't understand. We can call it unconditional love, unconditional bestowal, but we don't understand truly what it is. It is the giving force that governs everything else that we see in our reality, in nature. It's the governing program behind that gives life and sustains and guides all of nature, all of reality. So before the reality of this world, before the Big Bang, there's only this one quality of bestowal that dominates everything, and it is unifying all of creation as one. And there is nothing, it is singular, it is unique, there is nothing else. So that state of oneness is a state that has to be beyond time and space, because there is nowhere to get to. There is nothing that needs to happen. Again, Kabbalists call this, another term for it, a state of complete rest. This is the state that creation is in the beginning, before the Big Bang. In the very beginning, there is a created being, but it is in complete adhesion and connection and bonding with that governing force of reality. And so in that state, there's no time and space, but that creation is now being shattered. What does that mean? That means that instead of one, there are many. Instead of complete rest, now there is movement. Instead of a situation of complete connection and bonding between the governing force of nature and the force of creation, the created being, now there's separation between them. And so that still happens on a spiritual level. And in spirituality, again, there's no time, no physical movement, no physical space. There's only qualities, frequencies that of varying degrees of bestowal. And when the created being begins to be separated from that frequency of bestowal, it gains independent on the one hand. It becomes aware of itself on the one hand, but on the other hand, it becomes removed from that reality of oneness. The lowest state of that shattering, of that separation, is where there's complete detachment from the reality of oneness. That is the reality of our world.